Okay, hi everybody. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I wanted to let you guys know what's been going on and tell you that there's some good news where TJ's concerned. On Friday the 29th, TJ's going into the hospital to have his normal blood labs done and get his spinal and his chemo, but in the process of that he will also be having surgery done to have his Broviac, the central line that he has, removed. And this is good news because that means he'll be able to swim and shower after that's healed over, and there'll be less risk for him to get infection if his ANC level goes down again at some point in time. And what that means is, since he's not having to have frequent blood transfusions and he only gets in chemotherapy in the clinic once a month, he still takes it at home every day, but he only has to have the tough stuff, as they like to call it, once a month with his spinal tap. So he'll just get an IV placed for that day instead of having the central line, and then when he goes back for his labs, he just gets a blood pool, so they just poke him and take out the blood. So he's able to handle those things because they're not quite as frequent, and we're getting his chemo levels raised up, and so we're very pleased to let everybody know that he's getting the central line out. That's been in place since the day of diagnosis. Within 24 hours of the time that he was diagnosed, he had the central line placed, so he's had it for almost a year and a half. And we're happy to see it go, put it that way. He's excited because our trip to Disney in Florida is for the Make-A-Wish is on the 27th. We'll be leaving on the 27th and returning back to home on April 6th. So he also gets to be able to do all the water rides and stuff like that. And let's see, bracelets are in. Some of you have gotten some, and this is the color green that they are. They say leukemia awareness and have TJ's website listed on them. And I'll repeat that we've got some and we're selling them for $2 each, so if anybody wants one, then you can just PM me with a request for information, and I'll go ahead and get back with you about that. Let's see what else is new here. I don't know if some of you watch Tim Up Down Mosley's videos. You'll see that he and I have teamed up together to do weight loss, and it's been going on. This Sunday will be 2 weeks for me, and I've lost some weight, but I've got a lot of turning around of my physical stuff to do because of the fibromyalgia, and I have to eat more frequently, and I'm not used to that. So it's a calorie diet that we're on, and I think Tim listed the page, but I'll try to put a link to it over there also. It's myfitnesspal.com, and it's a really good site with a lot of information, and it keeps you really aware of what you're doing as far as your diet's concerned, and what you eat and what you shouldn't eat and all that fun stuff. So I will be doing some more exercise pretty soon. I finally got a bathing suit that will fit, and we have a pool here at the complex for the apartment that we live in. So as soon as TJ gets his Broviac out, we'll be swimming some laps, and that ought to help me strengthen up my muscles and stuff from the weakness of having fibromyalgia. Solomon got hurt at work yesterday and turned into a total fiasco. He went with a cut finger. He pinched his finger between two things that he was lifting, and he needed to get some stitches. And while he was there getting stitched up, they gave him one shot of lidocaine into his finger, and then that didn't numb it enough, so they went to give the second shot. And when the physician's assistant gave him the second shot, Solomon said he doesn't know if he hit the nail or the bone, but he hit something and it made him feel really sick. So he told the physician's assistant he was sick, and didn't know whether he was going to pass out or throw up, so he was sitting on the bed with his knees pulled up to his chest, and the guy gave him one of those pans to be sickened if he was going to. And the next thing Solomon knew, he woke up on the floor, obviously passed out, and the physician's assistant wasn't paying attention, and Solomon hit the floor head first and ended up cracking his head open and having to get 3 stitches in his head, and a bunch of bruises and everything else to go along with it, because he hit his knees and his hip and his elbow and his wrist off the floor. So that's not good, and we're dealing with that. So he's off work until Friday, and then when he goes back, he's on restricted duty, and he's not allowed to lift more than 3 pounds. And where he works, that's basically, there's nothing to do. So they may be sending him home even on Friday, unless they find some diddly something for him to do. But so we're missing a lot of pay for that, because he's not going to be off work enough to collect workers' comp. And yeah, we filed the complaint with the place that he got the stuff done at, and his work knows about it and everything. So I did contact a couple of attorneys online in the local area just to see if we can at least do something to recoup our wages back, because we certainly can't afford to be missing that kind of money. So we'll see about that. But he's pretty sore and has a headache and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I hope there's no long-term repercussions like his back and things like that from falling, but his neck is bothering him pretty good, so we'll have to see what happens with that. So if everybody wants to include him in your prayers, that would be appreciated. But other than that, there really isn't much going on over here. Just been trying to get things ready for the trip, and TJ's doing fine. He's doing well with his meds and all that stuff. But that's about it. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an update as to what's going on with the Wacky family. So y'all take care, and I'll be talking to you soon. We love you. Mwah.